Oh man, it's that R word again, recession. Are we heading into a dramatic US recession? What does this mean for crypto? We've got Bitcoin falling below $80,000 here, altcoins getting wrecked. Is now the time to panic? Is now the time to rotate out? Are we heading into a bear market? Loads of questions. I'm going to try bring you some clarity and answers. Let's jump straight into the charts, guys. If you like this type of content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. This is not a pretty chart here on Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin, ever since we kind of failed to go back above 109, I know it sounds crazy at the time, right? We're sitting at 109, but I said, get ready for 70 to 72 to 74K. That would be a retest of the previous all-time high. You can go check my previous videos. Now we're getting that curling over action. We're coming back here to test that level, and that is what I'm getting ready for here. Now, what is causing the panic in the market is fears around a recession. Trump is not ruling out a recession. He said, look, it's a tough challenge what we're doing. We're doing big things, and this is spooking the market now. We did get the non-farm payroll figures on Friday, less jobs created than expected. We had the ADP jobs figure as well, less jobs than expected. People are getting worried. You can see this headline here, Kugler says Fed should hold interest rates amid inflation risks. There's a lot of fear at the moment around Trump, around his tariffs, around his plan for the economy. And this is something I shared in a video just over a week ago. I said, guys, do not be surprised to see Trump try to engineer a bit of a recession. I mean, you think about it this way. You're Trump. You want to come in for 4 years. You're not going to get re-elected after that. You want to create a bang. What better bang than to let the market pull back in the first year? Which, by the way, he can blame this on Biden. All he can do from a political perspective is he can say this was all Biden's work I had to undo, right? I had to fix things with the Canadians and the Mexicans and the Chinese. Hold up. Are you tired of worrying about the security of your cryptocurrency transactions? In this crazy world that is crypto, protecting and preserving our digital assets is everything. And for that reason, I partner with NordVPN, the best VPN service for crypto traders. With NordVPN, you can be sure that your online transactions are completely secure and your identity is hidden from prying eyes. Their military-grade encryption technology makes sure that no one can access your data, even on public Wi-Fi networks, so you can trade with complete peace of mind anywhere, anytime. Guys, seriously, don't risk your hard-earned crypto and NFTs for the price of a coffee each month. They've also offered a free month. Oh, and they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, seriously, it's a small price to play for a rapid, safe VPN. Definitely check it out. Link is in the description. Ijaz.uk/NordVPN. And let's get back into this video. So that could be the game plan here for Trump, to kind of have a bad first half of this year, maybe try to recover it to the back end of this year / early next year, and then say, look, I had a terrific 3 years, and show an amazing ending to his administration. That could be the situation right now, right? That could be what we're facing. But that's not good for markets. Markets are not happy right now. Bitcoin, like I said, struggling. Now, it's important to note, this is not a crypto-specific issue. For those sitting here getting worried about their specific crypto bag or Bitcoin, or wondering why Bitcoin isn't moving on all this bullish news, it's wider market. And I've said this time and time again over the years I've been making content here. When the wider market wants to move, crypto is not immune to the movements of the wider market. It's not. Crypto is very correlated to the traditional markets. I know you may dream, and I dream one day of a day where crypto will move in, regardless of the market, but that's not where we're at right now. Where we're at right now is crypto is a risk-on asset. I've been saying this for years. It's a risk-on asset. When the market wants to rotate risk on, crypto benefits hugely. When the market wants to rotate risk off, like you're seeing here with the dollar index, you can see this is a worry, right? This becomes a worry when you see money rotating out of the traditional market. I mean, take a look at it. Nasdaq down 3.64% today, right? And people are worried that Bitcoin's, down 0.9 or 1% today. I mean, you got to keep this in context. Tesla, Facebook, these major players are down significantly. We are going into a market which is scared about a recession. Remember, a recession is defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth. Okay, if we get that, it's going to cause some problems. It's going to cause some jittery. It's going to give us opportunities to buy the dip. And that's exactly how I'm treating this right now, guys. As you can see, Bitcoin is doing what's needed. I mean, once we broke this previous all-time high, around that 74 mark, We just went straight up. We went all the way up here to 109. We took no break. And so it's kind of needed that we come down, we start creating more support here, maybe turn this 72 to 74 region where my cursor is into a level of support, and then use that to springboard off of, okay? Now, if I bring out the EMA ribbon, is no, you can't hide from the fact that we've lost our daily EMA ribbon, right? Not only did we lose it, we went back to try and get it back again, we got rejected. This is a strong daily EMA ribbon now in terms of resistance to the downside. If I jump up to the weekly chart, you will see exactly what's going on, which is that we are now fully in the midst of a retest of the weekly EMA ribbon. And this is crucial, right? In hindsight, what's going to happen is either this would have been the perfect time to buy, and we're going to bounce here and go create a higher high, or we're going to pull back more, right? Again, down to that 72 to 74 level is an interesting level here on Bitcoin. But if we lose these levels, if we start getting weekly candle closes in this vicinity below the EMA ribbon, that's then a problem. Then you need to get yourself prepared for lower price targets, guys, because then you start losing some major support. And now that looks like the market's going to want to find some other support elsewhere. Maybe at 69, which is going back to the November 2021 peak. Maybe you'll use that to bounce from. Maybe it's going to want to go lower down to 60,000, which is psychological level. Maybe it's want to go to 64, which is like this red box here, if you guys remember, was like the area where Tesla and Elon Musk were buying Bitcoin around that period in 2021. So then we have to worry about other support. And again, I don't want to jump the gun on it because it's just going to confuse everybody. What we need to do right now is focus on this weekly EMA ribbon, in my opinion. And for me, I'm buying the dip here. These are the areas I'm buying the dip. Does it mean I'm catching a falling knife? Absolutely not. And I need to make sure that we understand the difference here. I'm not catching a falling knife. I'm not going all in with all my purchases right now. I'm nibbling. I'm nibbling on that EMA ribbon. I'm buying the dip. And the reason I'm doing that is there's a probability chance we can bounce from EMA ribbon. Now, the facts don't seem to back that up, right? We're worried about this recession. We may lose that EMA ribbon. And if we do, I need to have cash on the sidelines to buy the dip of the dip. And I think that's what a lot of people get wrong. When they think of buying the dip, they think of buying the dip as a one-off action. Buying the dip is a process. It's a period when the market is fearful, when the market is anxious. Are you a net buyer? Are you a net seller? Or are you doing nothing? And these are the moments when fear and greed index is sitting at extreme fear. That net, my action should be accumulative. Right? And that's what I've trained my brain to do. I've trained my brain to be in accumulation mode in these types of markets. Because look, let's face it, the last time the market was this fearful, like we've seen over the last kind of week or so, is dating back to May, the summertime of 2022. Then you're going back into end of 2020, around the COVID period, we've had these levels. Again, you had this level a little bit in 2021 in the summer when we went down to 29. This is extreme fear for a reason. Markets are fearful that this bull market is over. We're heading into a bear market. It's going to get painful. And guess what? The more red candles we see here, the more you're going to see those cascading liquidations. The more you're going to see people panic. The more they're going to panic sell. And the more the price goes down, more people panic sell. Price goes down a bit more, people panic sell again. And that's all we're going to see. So when we see that, I need to be ready, not just now, but at each of these key levels to buy the dip. Because one thing is for sure, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not realizing profits and leaving this market. That's my personal view. You guys, navigate this how you want to navigate it. I'm still in the market and I want to get more exposure to this market, because every time the market has been this fearful and I've stuck to my plan of buying when others are fearful, it's always turned out well. And anytime I've taken profit when the market is super euphoric or green, then I've tended to do well as well. Had I have taken profit at 109 a little bit and now we've fallen down to 80 and I want to buy the dip with that same amount, fine. But that's timing the market. I don't do that. I'm not here to scalp from 109 to 80. I want to hold Bitcoin till Bitcoin goes to 250 plus and maybe never even sell it if things go well in Bitcoin. Same with my altcoins, right? Certain altcoins I want to hold for a big move. If we're talking about Sonic, I'm not here to scalp Sonic up here when we're sitting at 99 cents, sell it, and then buy back at 43. That's not the game I'm playing. I'm not trading my long-term bags. It's where a lot of people get things wrong. Their long-term bag is like a trading portfolio. It's not a trading portfolio. If I want to hold Sonic, for example, I'm holding it because of my thesis that I think it will go to $5, because of my thesis that I think it will go to $6, and at those points, I'll consider taking some risk off the table. Same for Bitcoin, same for Ethereum, same for all my portfolio. I'm not here to try time the market in and out for quick scalp. That's not what I'm doing. I don't scalp with my long-term portfolio. So here on Bitcoin, the market is fearful. That means one thing, I've got to get to work. If we head into a deeper recession, which is going to create some uncertainty for at least a couple of months, right? Remember, 2 quarters of negative growth, then I need to be ready for this market to get ugly. And the best way to make sure you're ready is do not hold anything which you wouldn't be comfortable holding if Bitcoin halved overnight. Picture the scenario. Bitcoin goes to 40, 50. Create yourself a little scare scenario. Look at your portfolio. Would you be willing to hold those projects you're holding? Because if you're going to sell when Bitcoin goes to 40, let me do you a favor. Sell now. Save yourself the grief, right? If you're going to sell when Bitcoin goes to 60 or 50 or any of these price points, why not sell now? Sell now. Right? And if you're not in that group and you're holding, it's because you're willing to hold this down. And this is an asset class which we know can go down, right? I refer you back to 2021. Where earlier in the year, in April, we ran up to 64. By summer, we were at 29. If you're not ready for that type of a movement in this cycle, which is a halving, right? So imagine 109 halved is around 50 to 55K. If you're not ready for some of those retracements here on crypto, you need to check your portfolio. You need to check how much you're invested. If you're uncomfortably invested, or you've got too much in there that you're not willing to ride to the downside, then that's something you need to address. There's no point sitting here not taking anything off the table only to panic when you're at 50 or 40. You might as well panic now. Hopefully you guys found this video useful. If you like this type of content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Yes, we're heading into a recession. Yes, Trump is playing games. But at the end of the day, things are still looking rosy. I'll be ready to buy the dip. I'm not going anywhere. If you like this type of content, smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Make sure you go check out my second channel. Link will be in the description. Check that out where I'm going to do more deep dives into actual portfolio building and how real high net worth individuals and larger traders are navigating the crypto markets. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.